My name is Sandra Bosacki, and I'm a professor in the Faculty of Educational Studies at Brock University, St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada. Brock University is in a city of St. Catharines, which is a mid-sized city, probably about maybe 60 to 70,000. And it's fairly close, about 15, 20 kilometers from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. My area of research is specifically around social cognition, which is the ability to apply your thinking skills, your emotional skills to social situations, and we focus on the educational implications of social cognitive abilities in children and adolescents. We're working with 11 to 18-year-olds, and quite often they do encounter quite ambiguous social situations face-to-face, sometimes online, but we're really focusing more on trying to apply your skills, your ability to take someone else's perspective, to understand another's emotions, and apply those abilities to a social situation that you're not clear what's happening. The cues aren't verbal, they may be nonverbal, and this is where it's referred to as theory of mind. There's many different measures that we can use, but one of the measures that we've developed are brief stories, very ambiguous stories that describe a social situation that you may come across in your day-to-day school living. So for example, two girls might be walking with each other. They're walking towards an area that's either for leisure or for younger children, we say the playground, and they see a girl by herself, and she's new to the school and no one's talking, but the two girls are friends, and they look at each other and they're wondering what they should do. And then the girl by herself is wondering, she sees them coming towards her and she wonders, well, what are they going to do? So it's very ambiguous. And then we just really ask the children or the teenagers, we ask them, what do you think will happen next? What do you think the two girls will do? What do you think the new girl will do? How do they feel? Yes, we have found over the years, because we've used these scenarios with children as young as 6 or 7 years old, and we've used them with children as old as 17, 18 years old. And we have seen definitely a developmental difference. But in terms of the gender differences, quite often we found in the younger and also the older girls that they're more likely to provide more emotional responses than the males in the boys and the girls, and more elaborated in terms of mentioning thoughts and feelings more than the boys. So we have found those differences consistent over the years. You deal with human beings your entire life, and you come into situations that you're very often uncertain of because you do not know the people. You need to think about what's in their mind. You need to think about their intentions, because that's how we communicate. So it's a crucial aspect of communication, social communication with others, and it helps us to navigate our social life. Be aware of another person's emotional and mental state, and to share your own mental state or emotional state through language with your students, with others, just in terms of sharing perhaps what you're thinking or how you're feeling that day or what you imagine may happen that day. So just using more mental state language within the day-to-day classroom, I think, is one key aspect. The population has increased. I think we're up now to probably around 20,000, could be even higher than 20,000. Great deal of international students, very diverse student population. You could definitely go to visit Lake Ontario as well on the shore, but Toronto is definitely, could be one of Canada's largest city, actually. There's at least 2 million, given the larger area that encompasses the GTA. It's called the Greater Toronto Area.